to the best spot on earth at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. Not that you have, a ton of, you've got a ton of options, but you found yourself here with me, and I hope that, I hope you don't regret it. At least in the weather department, things are beautiful. Let's peek out on our weather window. There's downtown Orlando. You can see Lake Eola on the bottom of the screen. A couple of clouds certainly over top, but it is a gorgeous start to the day. So a good morning to my friends. It is a beautiful, beautiful start. Let's talk temperatures across town. We're sitting at about 73 degrees in the city. It's 70 degrees in the villages. 69 in Ocala, sitting at about 70 degrees in DeLand. So some of our northern spots feeling certainly a little more comfortable there, whereas our southern spots are into the mid-70s for places like Melbourne. Now, that said, our southern spots are also dealing with a few showers. Same thing with our northern spots. Basically, our coastal communities dealing with the rain. So let's start with our first morning Doppler radar and zoom in here to Brevard County, where we've got these spotty little showers. We'll zoom in here where we had a little bit of heavier rainfall around Satellite Beach and Melbourne, right along 192, kind of getting over now to about, we'll say, Lake Washington and I-95. It's actually just north of 192. Then there's this downpour coming in right now around Floridana Beach, Grant, Valcaria, right along A1A and US 1. It'll work right down Grant Road and eventually get out to I-95 in the next couple of minutes' time. Nothing severe there, but just some rain to deal with. Further to the north around the port, while you're dry now, you can see these showers will be marching your direction. A few additional showers that are heading over toward the Kennedy Space Center if you work out that way. Into Volusia County, finding some nice heavy rain action right over US 1 and Dunlawton, it looks like. So if you're heading out toward the pavilion this morning, yeah, it's pouring. Again, nothing strong, nothing severe. Let's just pop over. Yeah, velocity showing just not much in the way of wind, but there's definitely some rainfall around. And then up here, right along State Road 100 in Flagler Beach, we're watching some nice heavy rainfall impacting you. That'll continue to move inland toward Bunnell and, of course, out toward State Road 13 over the next few minutes' time. So, yes, there are showers. That's what I forecast yesterday. It's exactly what is to be expected over the next few hours. Coastal showers and then working inland to see what's doing through the afternoon. So we've got that 30% coverage of rain into the afternoon. It's not going to be a washout of a day. It's just going to be one of those days where we do have some showers. All right, 89 or so, the high temperature. Not too bad. Not too bad at all, as a matter of fact. Debbie up in New York, good morning to you. Nikki, David, Carol, how are y'all? Patty, Pat, good morning. Pam, Misra, Beth, Tim. We doing all right today? Aside from those showers, but we can handle showers. No big deal. Jackie, good morning. Let's see here. This weekend was hard. I had to put my 15-year-old mini Aussie down. I'm so sorry to hear that, Jackie. I told Stella that I knew one day, the first day I got her, I told her that I knew one day she'd break my heart. But just remember, and this is what I have to keep telling myself, which is it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. You got that gift for 15 years. Oh, I'm sorry. It's losing a family member. Sorry about that. Terry, good morning. Gone for 2 weeks in South Carolina. Great to be back. Eric, you look great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Rain and sunshine in Port Orange. Yeah, Diane, we were just looking at that. Marie's asking, good morning, tropics. Hello from Galveston. Good morning over on the other side of the Gulf. Yes, there are a couple of little areas that we're watching in the tropics. No big threat, which is the good news. And we'll look into it just a little more in depth here in just a couple of minutes' time. Debbie, it's a chilly start here in New York. Can't wait to get back home to Florida. What's the temperature up that way? Let's see. 59 in Boston, 65 in Washington. So it's cooler up that way. But look out west. There is another front, my friends, out around Denver and Boise. You can see the colder air storm system actually bringing some winter precipitation together up that way. So, yeah, we've got the wintertime weather starting up out west. You know, that's just the precursor to things adjusting in our area. Patty says, had to turn the heater up at the pool early last evening. Yeah, my heater's on. I mean, not at the moment, maybe in the next couple of minutes. But, yeah, I've got the heater. And I've had to start using the solar blanket, too. So you can definitely tell that sun angle is adjusting, and we're starting to make that change. Yeah. Jackie says he was my best friend and he was awesome. They always are. We truly don't deserve them, you know? Catherine says Rays lost last night. Boo-hoo. They had a great season, though. Hey, you know what? Great season. There's always next year, right? Let's see here. Tom, Eric, do we look pretty good from what you can tell? The tropics the next 10 days. I'll be heading out of town. Yeah, really not looking too bad. We'll look at the tropics here in a moment, but I'm not concerned for now. So that's good news for sure. Evelyn over on YouTube, good morning to you. Dana, happy Friday. Oh, wishful thinking. I know, it's Tuesday. I know. Nikki says, good morning. Carolyn, go Sox. Hey, I guess it's time to find the other teams to cheer for, right? Tim, continuing to celebrate our 34th anniversary this weekend, heading to the Bahamas. How's the weather in the Bahamas? We'll look at Futurecast, but I like it. You're celebrating like Disney. You're extending it over a period. I like that a lot. All right, so for today, remember, average high is 86. We're going to be above average, 89, the forecast in the city. And basically, everywhere except for like Palm Coast is going to be at or above average. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Priscilla, morning time for me to prep. Bring in my top tropicals. Unfortunately, I need microclimate. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh well. You're looking so good, Carol says. Thank you very much. What are you doing to get in such good shape? I mean, I had my bariatric surgery, and that has made a monstrous change. I'm eating and drinking what I can, but it's just not much. Debbie says, what? It's only Tuesday. It was wishful thinking. The whole Friday thing was just wishful thinking. And I said it, but I was just reading. Jody, are you planning on losing any more weight? You look great. I don't know when it's going. I'm not like actively trying at this point. I'm just eating what I can. So whenever it goes, it goes. Whenever it stops, it stops. That's kind of the way I'm looking at it, you know? Man, I'm doing the noon and 4 today. I wonder if I could take the show on the road and go out to Epcot. I would love that. A few spotty showers here or there. That's the 30% coverage of rain that we have in the call today. But it looks like a pretty nice forecast. It really does. You know? Let's take a look at Futurecast on the day, shall we? When does the rainy season stop? We need rain, please. Well, usually during the month of October is when it stops. All right, so here's Futurecast, and you can kind of see the first part of the day is good. Then by the afternoon, we are going to develop those spotty showers across the interior, much like what we saw yesterday. So, yeah, that's the good stuff. Dallas says, I can't wait for the 60s. Me either, although I will tell you, I don't have 60s on the 7-day forecast, really. I mean, an isolated one here or there, but yeah. Oh, well. When are we getting some cooler air? I want to wear my fall sweater. So long range forecast does hint at it. But before we go long range, let's just talk a little bit about the tropics, okay? Here is a look at piece of moisture out over the Atlantic. It actually has a 0% chance of developing. I forgot to update this. That has a 0% chance of developing. So Invest 93 is all in all dead. Then this will probably become Invest 94, a little piece of energy kind of lifting from Hispaniola. Has a very low-end opportunity to develop, not really expecting it. So when we look at the tropics as a whole, 0% chance of developing here, about a 10% chance of developing here. That's it. That's all we got out there. So at least for now, we're looking A-okay, I'm happy to say. Not really talking about any tropical development. But yeah, rain is not a bad thing. Had about a 1/4 inch of rain yesterday. For the month of October, we're just under an inch behind. And for 2021, we've seen 37 inches, which puts Orlando at nearly 8 inches behind. So yes, the answer is we do need the rainfall. We're just not really going to be getting much of it over the next couple of days. So what's going on? All right, so we've got our little shower set up. Watch how, front developing. It's going to bring us cold air. No, it's not. It kind of starts fading out. Little storm system gets going. Another front kind of gets going. Another front. It's going to bring us cool. No, it's not. So at least for right now, we're not talking about optimistic opportunities to see that. Now, that said, our long-range forecasting around the 19th, forecasting perhaps a Gulf storm system. The 24th is going to be, and we'll have to look at the model. I'll have to, give me a second. Let me just get you reset. Let's do moisture dew point. All right, so I just want to look. So the dew point is the direct measurement of moisture in the atmosphere. Let's do U.S. regions. Let's do the southeast. This will at least give us kind of a clear indicator of cold fronts. Okay, so that's the dew point. And you can kind of see, yeah, not really a dew point drop. I just want to look and see, if we've got a little dew point drop coming our direction at all. There's a good one. There's a good one right there. Now that's a good cold front. When is that? That is the 17th. What did I say? Gulf storm system. Now, according to that, it like gets just north of our area. The model saying, now if that's the 19th, I just want to look. Did I label that in here? Yeah, I wrote tracking the tropics. So the indicator is that it's more of a tropical feature. So let's come over here. And here's why I don't know that I believe. So that's the 19th. Let me just dial this up. Hold on, my friends. Stand by. That's October. So the upper level dynamics for that are like right in. I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a drop. It doesn't look like it's much of a drop, but there may be a front in there. Yeah, there may be a front. And then there's definitely some form of something out in the Gulf we'll have to be watching. But the dynamics certainly look better right in here for something. Yeah, so, it'll be interesting to see. So there's that. So right off the bat, so we've got that one. That's around the 19th. Negligible if that does much. And then there's another one. Where are you? That is the 23rd. What did I say? 24th. Yeah, so that one may. And I think that's about as far out as it goes. Yeah, that's about as far out as it goes. Yeah. So interestingly enough, so it may be, so that Gulf storm system, there may be a front attached to it. That one, Gulf storm system in front, maybe, and then another cool front. So it'll be interesting. Let's go back to the BSR though. Let's do that. And let's just go through everything. I just want to love line. I just want to. That's a kind of a coolish pattern there, a little bit. When are you? You would be. That's the day after Halloween. So based on that, maybe we've got comfortable air again for Halloween this year. Wouldn't that be something? All right, so let's look at the BSR together. So first off, we'll start right here. That's the 16th. The 15th and the 16th. So I've got in there a subtle cool front. You can kind of see how the upper level dynamics are coming from the northwest, that kind of jet stream energy. Now that said, our 7-day forecast, our official 7-day forecast, let me pop that up while we're talking just so that we can kind of compare. Because what you're looking at, that is, what did I say? That's valid 12Z, September 20. That's valid this Saturday. And here's our 7-day forecast just so that we can compare. This Saturday, we've got drier air moving in. Maybe those mornings getting a little lower. But for right now, it doesn't look like it's going to be all that cool. But you can see the upper level kind of support there is showing it. So maybe we get a little bit of a nicer weekend than we thought. And I did call that. I mean, what did I put? I put in cool front on September 29th for this weekend. So there may be something there. All right, let's go back, or let's go forward. Little Gulf storm system out there. That would be around. That'd be around the 17th or the 18th. Yeah, I wrote tracking the tropics on the 19th, and that's why. You see that little kink in the Gulf of Mexico there? right there. Yeah, it could be a little something right there that we have to watch. High pressure, kind of quiet weather for us. Starting to warm up. It looks like that would be 22nd into the 23rd. Getting warmer, it looks like. A warmer pattern for us. Definitely a warmer pattern there. $22nd. I'm going to put in on my calendar here, warm up. And I'm not going to put on that graphic, but I'm putting in warm up because it looks like around the 22nd or the 23rd, we're wanting to get warm. Let me just see. Added October 12th. Added 10/12. Okay. I'm just trying to take notes to see how we're doing. That's all. And then after that warm up, there looks like a front there, a weak little front. That would be October. That's that 27th to 28th. So there's that front right there around the 27th into the 28th. You see that kink just off our west coast? That's a little front that's going to try to move through. So that could give us a subtle little drop in humidity and temperatures. Not a major one, but a subtle one. And then right there. Let's see. Yeah, and then we're kind of looking really nice. It looks like that is... That's like Halloween. Around Halloween, it looks like another front. So for right at the moment, I mean, it's early, but at the moment, we're looking like we may be timing out some cool fronts right in time for Halloween. Now, that was all upper level stuff. Let's look at the surface. I just want to compare. I want to compare our notes. So right off the bat, that's 12 October. So a week from today, I have in my calendar tracking the tropics added October 1st. And that's still, I mean, there's that area of low pressure in the Gulf of Mexico. So that's kind of played out. Priscilla says, let me mark my calendar too. Exactly, right? Let's just keep eyes on this and see how we're doing. Mario, why is everybody asking for a cold front? This is Florida. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, change is, what do they say? Change is good, dollars are better, right? Right? Chris, Eric, can you use the BSR to look for LRC cycles? I mean, at this point, we're establishing LRC cycles, so yeah. Debbie, Eric, I love the two Franks are here for you all the time. I know, it's pretty great. I've got the two putzes. My two putzes. Bruce, I need cooler weather, please. Priscilla's asking about November 6th. That's we can't go that far out yet. Remember, the BSR gives us about 2.5 weeks notice. The LRC is what gives us 10 months notice. So you kind of, right now when we're in an LRC dead zone, we use the BSR to kind of gauge where we're at. All right? All right, so let's continue forward and see. There's a weakish cool front. There's a cool front and storm system. When are you? You are 12Z. That's that 22nd into the 23rd. Warming up ahead of that front, so that makes sense. And then the front kind of dies out, so that makes sense. And then that would be valid. The 24th. I've got front and storm system, so that's still playing out good. There's a decent cold front there. That's that 27th into the 28th. Yeah. So that looks like a decent one. So, if this plays out, that is October 28th. That would be Thursday-ish. That's right before Halloween. So at this point, we may just be able to do like we did last year and get a pretty decent Halloween forecast again. Yeah. Tammy says, I can do without the humidity. You and me both. You and me both. Jason, can you use the BSR to predict a quiet hurricane season? Well, for right now, I'm just using the BSR to just kind of see what's doing. And at least for now, it's predicting a fairly quiet October in the tropics. There are a couple of little indicators of things out in the Gulf. But for now, yeah. What indicators on that map show you a cold front? Well, for one thing, a cold front on the surface map. But if we go to like the upper level map, like let me find... So on the upper level map, what you do is you look for what direction the jet streams are rolling. So like, for example, this upper level map, over Florida, it's kind of west to east. But look over to Louisiana. You see how in Louisiana, it's kind of northwest to southeast? You're looking for that little turn. You want things to come from the northwest. That's a cooler air mass for us. So upstairs is usually the indicator of the air, whereas you use this, the surface map, to give you indicators of what's going on storm system-wise. So we're using both of these in conjunction with the BSR, and it gives us ideas of what's coming, of course, down the pike. Janice, Erica got a puppy yesterday. Guess what I named her? Stella. Your Stella is a namesake. I love it. I love it. Has the weight loss helped the allergies much? I don't think so. I think that's still just good times. Yeah. Yeah, not really much adjustment there. Frank, be good, buddy. Love you. All right. High pressure building in, and then there's pretty decent cold front there. 12. Yeah, that's around Halloween. Just after Halloween. So, and then it kind of, yeah, I mean, that's just after Halloween. And if that develops, now, if that's an interesting thing there. If that develops off of our East Coast, that is valid. That's Halloween day. So, interesting. So that's Halloween day. That's Saturday. It looks like we're going to pull another front through. And when you get a front and a storm system off of the east coast of Florida that time of year, you really do get an opportunity to get some really nice weather. So that's valid, 0Z. 14. I just want to see if I can get the upper level map for that same timeline. So this is the upper level map. So there's the front, but it's not showing a ton. But I'm at this point I'm going to add on that would be the equivalent of valid 0Z on the 14th. That would be like the day after Halloween. No, that is Halloween. That's Sunday. Why do I keep thinking the 30th is Halloween? That's the 31st. So that's Halloween. So I'm adding on Halloween right now, my friends. Front / storm system, question mark. Yeah, front / storm system. And it's going to be added October 12th. All right. So again, the BSR doesn't give us huge clarity, but according to this, on Halloween, we're going to be in the vicinity of a cold front. That would not stink. Now it's October 12th, so we're still weeks out. But if that plays out, that could be some nice weather for us, Just saying. So if October and November are tropically mild, Carl's asking, what would that indicate a milder hurricane season next year? So based on the LRC, which states that we look for storm systems during the months of October and November and then know that they're going to loop again. For right now, we've had one indicator off the coast of the Carolinas. So that's our first marker. If it continues to be relatively quiet, then it might, Carl, to that extent, those are just highlights in the forecast. You still have to look for storm systems and find little natural pathways and then watch them loop over and over again. So it's October and November give you the first indicator. Then like December, January, you watch to see what storm systems develop again. And then February, March, you watch them again. So it takes 3 cycles. By the third cycle, I had the confidence to make a hurricane forecast because I observed these storm systems occur 3 different times. So based on that, we've got some homework to do over the next few months. And I'm going to take you with me on this journey the entire time we're going to run on this journey together. All right? But yes, the short answer is yes. If it's super quiet, but it's not just, remember, it's not just tropical stuff. It's also storm systems in general. So yeah. Boy, if that scenario right there is Halloween, I'm going to be okay. Because the 30th is a Saturday and Sunday night trick-or-treating would be rough. That's probably what it is. I think my neighborhood is doing it Friday or Saturday night. Yeah. So maybe that's why I was thinking, because I think my neighborhood is doing it. Speaking of which, do any of your neighborhoods do boo baskets? My neighborhood has started doing that. And yesterday I delivered it. I'll put up the 7-day while we're entering it up. So yesterday I got to the house, and it's funny because I got to the family's house, and Dad was outside pulling things out of his truck, and he kind of looked at me like, why is this dude stopping at my house? And so I got out and I kind of held the boo basket up, and I was like, you don't see me, Dad. And he kind of smiled, and I put it on his front door, and I said, hey, I'm not going to ring the bell just because you see me and all that stuff. And, he got the thumbs up. Usually I do that's the first time in the boo basket world that I've gotten caught. So anyway, it was kind of fun. So yeah. He smiled. If nothing else, hopefully his family will smile too. Sherry says, so rain for Halloween. It just depends on the timing of that front, right? But that'll be an interesting thing. That'll be interesting. So if we look at just our kind of shorter term long range forecast, and I'm going to add to that October 19th one. Let me just add, so Gulf storm system ? I'm going to add front ? I'm going to, just because there is an indicator of it. Stand by. At this point, because we're still not in full-on, like, tracking the tropics mode or full-on, cold front mode. So at this point, these two look like they could be either storm systems or fronts. So that's kind of where we're at. But yeah, that October 28th one is interesting because it looks like there may be another one kind of right afterwards. So those are the timelines as of right now. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. Right? It'd be interesting to see how that plays out. Why do I have more homework now than when I was working on my advanced degrees? Daryl, I feel that way for my teacher wife as well. She works on that computer all day, every day, man. Nancy, thank you. Eric, this is nice to understand because you make it so easy. Thank you. Listen, I just want to share my nerddom with you, And any question, I just want to help you out. And I'm a nerd. Like, let's just face it. I'm a nerd. That's all. Bruce, Rocket Man will be so cool. It would be cooler if it was cool outside, right? John, love your behind-the-scenes weather info. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Charles says, kids love him. I love what you've done with your house for the holidays. Speaking of which, Charles, I'm working on something. Okay, all right. Let's have a conversation because Charles pops in, and Charles is my neighbor. I'm going to put the 7-day forecast up while we go on a talking spree. So, I mentioned this the other day. I've got like some inflatables, and I've got lights. And so my house is like nice and like spooky-ish. But I am working on projection mapping. I don't know that I'll have it in time for Halloween trick-or-treating night. If I do, then it'll be super cool. Is that going to be gaudy, guys? Do you know what projection mapping is? Let me show you. I'm working on my own. Let me just go to the YouTube. Projection mapping. So Charles, you specifically, projection mapping. I'm just going to hit projection mapping. Now, I'm not going to do anything like scary to the point where like kids are scared, but like here. This is what projection mapping is. You take your house, and you do things like that. Like that's a house. Now, I'm not going to do anything scary. It's going to be like cute. Why are we playing Bad Boy? See how he's opening his different garages and stuff? Anyway. Okay. Anyway. So the question is, for all of you, before I go and buy a projector, Charles, you specifically because you live right down the street, is that gaudy? Like, I want to be gaudy but classy. I don't want to be tacky. Is that tacky? Like, I'm not going to be blasting music, but I want, I just like to. What the kids say is extra. I want to always up the ante, which is why I'm always fighting to come up with better graphics and yada yada yada. And so, what do you think? Is that gaudy or is that tacky? Because I could probably go for like tastefully gaudy. What do you think, Charles? Oh boy, Charles, be honest. Like, if you're walking by with your family and you see, something on my house, are you gonna think that that's awful, or are you gonna just be like, nah, that's kind of cool? Or are you gonna be like, dude, Burris, no. I don't want to be the dude Burris no, but I would like to be the like, that guy may just spend a little too much time on this. I'm okay with that classification. So what do you think? You both work hard to make what you do work. Yeah, it's true, John. Janice, yes. Projection mapping, yes. Kendra says never too much. Okay. Light projection on a flat space on the side of your house. Yes. No. It's the whole front of the house. The goal is my whole front of my house comes alive, like the Magic Kingdom castle. That's what I'm doing. Exactly. Jane says, like what Disney does to the castle. Yes. That would be properly awesome. Okay. All right. So as long as that's awesome, I don't want to do anything scary. Like, I want it to be family friendly. We've got some people in our neighborhood that have golf carts. Like the other day I heard somebody on a golf cart blasting Thriller from my kids' room, and I look out and they're just like looking at our inflatables, and it's like, I'll give you a show, y'all. Give me a couple of days, I'll give you a show. Not gaudy, it's cool. No, that's great. That looks fun. I want it to be fun. I want it to be something that when the kids are around, they're like, that is so cool. I think it's awesome. Yeah. The Slimer on the garage is fun. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that I would do that technique, but yeah. Sydney says, no. Back in my hometown, we had people do this at Christmas and fill the yard with decorations, and there were competitions with it, as well as rip jars outside putting on the show. Like, I plan on doing something like that for Christmas as well. We expect cool graphics from Eric. Janice, would you expect anything less? Just don't put Rocky Horror Picture Show. No. I'm thinking like Haunted Mansion-esque, Hollow-wishes, something like that. Tish, tastefully gaudy. Okay, that's what I'm going for. Tastefully gaudy, I can accept. Yes. Tastefully gaudy, I can accept. Give them a show. Go for it. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. Not so scary, kid-friendly. Yes, I saw one show and yeah, no. Not scary at all. Absolutely not. I've got little kids. Other people have little kids. Like, I've seen some. I looked on the YouTube and have found some, like, terrifying things. I'm like, y'all, like, there are kids that see your house. Why are you going to have it, like, bleeding and all these other things? Like, I don't want that, but, like, bats flying around, I think that'd be fun. So, classy gaudy. Okay, that's all I need. That's all I need. Then that's what we shall do. Elizabeth over on YouTube says the kids will love it. That's my goal. I just want to go like Manolfi yesterday. Like, as soon as I got off the air yesterday, Manolfi sees me and I'm looking up more of these documentary things because I have got the After Effects and all that stuff. And so, Manolfi's like, boy, when you get an idea in your head. Yeah. So anyway, all right. That's what I'm working on. I asked Stuart Moore the question, and he made fun of me and said, oh, but I will bring my kids to come see it. And it's like, okay, so it's classy gaudy. All right, I think I can accept that. I think I can accept that. All right, enough. That's enough coffee talk. So there's obviously some drier air moving in this weekend. The question is, do we drop those dew points down much? We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. The BSR shows it. Yes, Debbie, if it's anything decent, I will share it with you. If it's trash, I may just say, give me next year. Give me until next year, that sort of thing. All right? All right, listen. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you guys today on West 2 News at noon and 4. In the meantime, be good. Have a great day. I will see you on the social media channels throughout the day.